right, so John is chatting now with Julie Chen-Moonves about Big Brother.
Yeah, good morning, Julie. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me, John.
Okay, so we are what? Season 24 of Big Brother. How have you noticed the house guests have changed over the years in terms of their strategy and what they do in the house?
The house guests at this point, after 24 seasons, they are pretty much all super fans. They've watched since the beginning, so they think they have this game figured out, which is why we always say, no, not so fast. Expect the unexpected. So that's why we always put in twists. And even if we didn't put in twists, you really have no idea what you're in for before you go into the Big Brother house.
Sure.
You know, when you're watching from home, you think, oh, I want to do it this way, I do it that way. And then you get in there and you kind of freeze, and you never know who you're going to have to be living with. Sometimes other personalities can bring out the best in you. Sometimes they can really rattle you and bring out the worst in you. I mean, look at Celebrity Big Brother from just in February. Shayna Moakler was a huge fan.
Sure.
And she knows this game inside and out. And she was living with a bunch of celebrities who, in her alliance, some of them weren't that familiar. So she got exhausted explaining, like, it doesn't work that way. And then she ended up getting evicted, just throwing up her hands and saying, like, I've had it. You guys don't get it. This is how you play the game. And now you're turning on me and you're starting to not trust me. I've protected you. I've guided you. So, you never know.
Speaking of super fans, I was cracking up that in this year's cast, Daniel, the current head of household, he felt slighted because when they walked into the house, the one contestant held the door open, and he's like, and he knows that the first person into the house never wins. And I was like, oh my God, dude, I think you're overthinking it.
The details, you can't win. You don't open the door, you're not a gentleman. You do open the door, it's like, you're a gamer. I've got my sights on you. And as a result, he nominated Michael.
Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, so we have to talk about Taylor. A lot of folks have said that, she's had a hard time in the house so far and that she may have been treated unfairly. And then a lot of folks on Twitter were like, oh, CBS didn't, really show it. Explain for those of us who aren't there how the editing process goes, how you take like 4 days of footage and edit it down into a 1 hour show.
You really have to pick and choose what to show the viewers who don't watch the live feeds in every move. And it has to do with moving the story forward to explain how we got to the nominations that the head of household got to, what the dynamics are. At the end of the day, Big Brother is so difficult to play, and live feeders like to watch the live feed with a magnifying glass, and then they put things under a microscope, and they look for things that sometimes aren't exactly the way they imagine to be in their head, and then other people just kind of glom on and pile on. I think for someone like Taylor in the house, what has been happening is classic Big Brother talking trash about someone behind their back, which is what happens on Big Brother. I'm not so sure if you talk to Taylor, like she is, I don't think she's so aware of how competitive other people view her, as a threat. So, we'll have to see.
We'll have to see. We'll expect the unexpected. Okay, it is Big Brother tonight at 9 o'clock on CBS. Julie Chen-Moonves, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, John.
All right. Court.
Good stuff. All right, thanks.